The federal government plans to borrow $29.96 billion within the next 3 years from internal donor agencies to fund projects across all sectors, with emphasis on infrastructure, agriculture, health, education. The president is also seeking the approval of the legislature to vow 180.8 billion naira from the funds appropriated for special intervention to critical, recurrent and capital items. That's our focus tonight on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. We are reaching you live from our global headquarters here in Lagos. I'm Imana Amawe. And tonight, we continue the conversation on the federal government's proposed borrowings. About $30 billion, that's about 9 trillion naira, is being sought from the World Bank, the African Development Bank and Japan International Cooperation Agency. The other international financial agencies, the federal government plans to borrow money from the Islamic Development Bank and the China Exim Bank. The federal government is also seeking an approval to via 180.8 billion naira from the budget over the next 3 years. But is this funding necessary at this time? We'll be hearing a different perspective on the matter tonight. But before we proceed further into the matter, let me remind you not to be left out of the conversation. Remember that we are live right now on Facebook. Go ahead, watch, comment, and be part of the show. We look forward to hearing from you. But first, let's take a look at some of the top political stories we've been following for you right now.
The Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Father Matthew Kuka, has advised Nigerians not to leave the management and development of Nigeria as a nation in the hands of politicians alone. Speaking in Abuja at an empowerment program for persons with disability organized by Senator Osita Izunaso under the Kpakpando Foundation for Physically Challenged Persons, Father Kuka says the country is being daily threatened with the activities of militant groups and politicians who divide the polity through religion.
Christians who are not satisfied with Nigeria and they want to live in a Christian state, maybe they can go to Zambia.
Governor Willie Obiano assures Manufacturers Association of support in recession in recognition of the key roles played by the private sector in contributing immensely in the economy of Anambra State. Governor Willie Obiano says his administration is committed to supporting manufacturers in the state to flourish and have their businesses expanded even in these times of recession. The governor said this during an interactive meeting with members of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, and the 3 branches of the Chambers of Commerce in the state at the Governor's Lodge. The meeting is ahead of the visit of the Vice President to Anambra State, in which the governor wishes to identify the challenges facing the manufacturers, articulate them, and present them to the Vice President when he visits. The running mates to late Abubakar Audu in the November 21, 2015 governorship election in Kogi State, Mr. James Faleke, has berated the leadership of the All Progressives Congress APC over what he described as injustice meted out on him and his late principal. Mr. Faleke, who disclosed this while speaking at a stakeholders meeting at his country home in Ijumu local government area of Kogi State, lamented how all the work and campaigns done by his principal and himself for the party across the 21 local government areas of the state, with the hope of salvaging the state from maladministration of the past, did not see the light of the day.
We decided not to fight. We decided not to take laws into our hands. And I want to commend all of you for remaining, for being peaceful.
Many thanks for staying with us, everyone. A former governor of Abia State, Mr. Orji Uzor Kalu, has been docked at the Federal High Court in Lagos to answer alleged corruption charges. Mr. Kalu is charged alongside his company, Slok Nigeria Limited, and his former Commissioner for Finance, Jones Udeogo. He's alleged to have utilized his company to retain in the account of a First Inland Bank, now the FCMB, the sum of 200 million naira.